Let's see. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Tell to Trevor. Today on my podcast I have
Y'all already know who it is. Yeah, it's Mr. Walk That Walk and Talk That Talk. Jeff the Skywalker here. Thank y'all for the opportunity. I appreciate y'all.
no problem. I know we just finished recording the 1 year anniversary of this podcast, which was lucky for me. I brought back the first ever person on the podcast onto the show to mark
Who
one
was that?
year. Linnaeus Preacher. He's a new wrestler.
Congratulations to you and him.
All right, so what sparked your interest in the professional wrestling industry?
Well, what sparked my interest was, um, that I've been a wrestling fan since I was younger. So, due to the fact that I always had the passion, the encouragement to want to be in wrestling, anything that had wrestling to do, I got involved in wrestling maybe when I was in high school. I did collegiate wrestling. I fell out of love in WWE due to the fact that I was bullied in elementary school for it. So in high school, I picked up collegiate wrestling, kickboxing, etc. And one day I just got kicked too hard in my head. I was like, yo, let's pick up professional wrestling. Let's become a WWE superstar. And that's where we at. Right now we're trying to get that to that point.
Who were your wrestling mentors growing up?
Well, if we're saying mentors as in like favorite wrestlers of all time, then Shawn Michaels is one of my motivations. One of the reasons why I got into wrestling. If you ever watch my wrestling, kind of got a little bit of his style. Um, MJF is the reason why I wrestle today. Like I told you, I felt a lot of love in wrestling, and he's the reason why I got back into wrestling. Realism and everything he do is I like it. It bites my style. And Randy Orton, I don't know if you like Randy Orton, but I do. He's the GOAT, one of the GOATs.
How did you get started in the wrestling world?
Well, excuse me, sorry, I got a lot of gas. Been drinking a lot of soda. Well, I got started in the wrestling world due to the fact that this title right here, Newburgh Underground Wrestling is the promotion. Um, that was the first ever indie show I ever watched, and I met Jordan Oliver, Yankee TDM, my mentor, and I spoke to him, and he just told me to come back to the shows. And one day they needed a wrestler, and I was like, kind of like training myself at home. I went to a school because the Yankee, he sent me to a school where I met my other mentor. His name is the Caveman. It's my GOAT. And long story short, one day they needed a wrestler, and I guess I was the guy. Yankee picked me. He was like, yo, here you go. This is your opportunity, bro. You gonna eat. And ever since that, I just been trying to continue to strive, bro. Because due to the fact that, like, that first match was unexpected. So my adrenaline was rushing. My heart was racing. I was ready to piss on myself. But it happened. It wasn't a good match, but it happened. And I'm grateful for the opportunity. So.
What was your first wrestling match like?
Oh, yeah, like I was saying, my first wrestling match was horrible. It wasn't too good. It was against a guy named Johnny Reed, but he was in a mask called Midnight Moon. At the time, me and him wasn't. He got way more experience than me, but he wasn't even too savvy either. So it was just horrible. It was really horrible. I had shorts, knee pads, a do-rag. And yeah. That was that.
What was the school you trained with?
Like I said, Yankee was the first person to ever start training me. But I started training in a school called World Wrestling Extreme, WWX, somewhere in the Bronx. I met my coach there named Caveman. He has a lot of different names. Camacho, the CMC, the prehistoric, whatever y'all want to call him. That's just my GOAT. He's the reason why I am where I am today. He got a lot of, shade on his name, but that has nothing to do with me. And I just personally have a lot of respect and love for my coach, and I just wish him the best.
What are your goals for the future in the wrestling business?
My goals in the future for the wrestling business, honestly, I want to get signed. I want to make it on TV. I want to strive. I want to be one of the greatest of all time. I look, I look, I look forward to. I'm only 19, so I believe I could get somewhere and actually motivate people or make people hate me. Do something to change somebody's feelings and to motivate myself to continue to be better. If I don't get to make it on TV, my goal is at least to wrestle out of United States once.
Which is now, I would say, a lot easier than how it was back then.
Hopefully, I heard it was harder back then. It is a lot easier now, but right now I've been wrestling a lot of places outside the Bronx, Massachusetts, Denver, etc., etc. So I've just been wrestling. So trying to get somewhere like Japan or something.
Let's see, where are we at? Next question. Can you describe your wrestling persona or character?
I guess if you want to say it's a character, but excuse me. I'm the elevator. This is me. This is who I am. I am me. I am Jeff the Skywalker. This is not really an act. I think I'm from the Bronx, man. I'm a young kid from the Bronx, man. I'm looking for glory. I'm from the hood. I take the hood and I try to bring it to the ring. I try to leave it sometimes, but I try to implement that I'm from the Bronx. I'm a young kid from the Bronx looking for opportunities. Sometimes I'm a little delusional. You know, my hormones just be flowing because I'm a sex addict. You know, I'm young. You know, I'll be looking for it. But like that don't mean nothing. I'm ready to wrestle. I'm ready to eat. You already know, baby. That's it. That's who I am. That's who I be. That's where I
Can you share a memorable moment from your wrestling career so far?
am. Memorable in my wrestling career. It just happened recently. I became Newburgh Underground New York champion. Um, Long story short, I never won a match there wrestling a year into that company. But now I got to main event in that match a year later. After I got put in a body bag by somebody named Von McDonald, the King of McDonald's or whatever. But your boy, the Skywalker, came out the dirt and now you're champion. And also, I got one more. It was at Rebellion for WWX against my best friend Superfly Bry and Damon Day One Hunter. We stole the show. I cashed in my briefcase and I became the Northeastern champion. That was the first time I ever won a belt, so it was amazing.
Let's see, you just answered that question. How do you handle the mental and emotional aspects of wrestling?
Excuse me, repeat that.
How do you handle the mental and emotional aspect of wrestling?
Oh man, honestly, since I'm young, that's very hard and impacting on me. So I just try to do a lot of things outside of wrestling, like go outside, catch some air, try different hobbies, cook. Um, I know a lot of people don't promote marijuana, but I smoke marijuana. The fact it clears my mind, makes my body feel better sometimes, and it just keeps me motivated. What else? And I like to draw. I like to take pictures a lot. I'm a photographer on the sidelines too, so that's really it.
Alright, so we're going to start this segment called Trev Shock, which you get 50 seconds to answer 6 questions.
50 seconds to answer 6 questions.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Alright. Favorite pre-show snack?
A pre-show snack.
Yeah.
Kit Kats.
Pre-show song?
On My Own by 3 Days of Grace.
Favorite wrestler growing up?
Shawn Michaels.
Favorite sports team?
Golden State Warriors.
Favorite color?
Purple.
Favorite type of music?
Rock.
Alrighty, so you did not beat the record,
Yeah,
but you did beat the timer.
that's good. What was the record?
38 seconds remaining.
And what was my timer?
28.
And what was the record?
38.
Oh,
10
all right.
seconds.
All right. Damn, I was close.
Yeah.
Maybe
What
next
are
time.
the
We're gonna get them next time.
Yeah. What What are the biggest challenges of being a professional wrestler outside of the ring?
Staying off the media and trying to avoid politics and the media politics. There's a lot of that happens. A lot of people like to talk, like to talk, like to talk, like to talk. Don't do nothing in person. Like to talk, like to talk, like to talk. Do nothing in person. And me, for being young,
Yeah.
uh, I gotta learn how to stay away from stuff like that. I gotta learn how to stay humble and mind my business. Because at the end of the day, nothing has to do with me. And sometimes people like to involve me with stuff, and I like to talk. And Mr. Walk that walk, talk that talk. Need to learn how to shut the fuck up sometimes. Excuse my language. And that's what I'm learning. Learn how to be humble.
Um, what are your favorite hobbies?
Photography, wrestling, cooking. I make ice cream. Yeah, that's really it.
If you could wrestle any legendary wrestler from the past, living or dead, who would you choose and why?
From the past, as in, like anybody.
Anybody.
One of the people that I would wrestle, that's just coming off the top of my head right now from the past, would be Kurt Angle.
Okay.
I feel like our two styles will blend, and it will make me just do two go different things. Like I said, I'm the Skywalker. I like to do a lot of flippy stuff. He's a ground based wrestler, so it will make me go out my style and get into my real collegiate wrestling style and try different things.
Yeah. If you could attend a wrestling seminar session with any wrestler, who would you pick?
As in right now, like alive.
Live or dead?
As of right now, I would like to be in a wrestling seminar with somebody like William Regal or Kenny Omega.
Okay.
Because just due to the fact that they would teach me on the insides of the business and how to not only be a wrestler, but how to be an entertainer, how to
Yeah.
perform, how to find different things.
Let's see. If you could have a wrestling legend as your mentor, who would you choose?
Wrestling legend Randy Orton,
Randy? Okay.
definitely. So he
Um,
gonna put me through the work.
yep. What advice would you give to an aspiring wrestler?
Stay humble and don't be scared to chase your dreams. You only live once, man, and don't let nobody persuade you out your passion, out your love, because at the end of the day, you only live once. That's how you become a champion.
Let's see. Can you talk about a significant rivalry you had and how it helped you grow as a wrestler?
I had a rivalry with my guy I mentioned named Superfly Bry. That was my ex best friend. Well, that is my best friend now. You know, we summed it up, but long story short, he was in my first ever championship match. He stole that opportunity from me. He embarrassed me in front of my dad, my mom, my brother, my sister, etc. And I became cool with him. After that, I became cool with him because I knew he was gullible. But nah, he's not gullible no more. He's the real person. But at the time, he was very gullible, and I knew he was blind because he was so hype and what he had. So, like I told you, we became tag team partners. We became best of friends. We were winning, losing. So one day, we had a triple threat match, and I had the briefcase. He helped me get the briefcase in the first place. But he betrayed me in that match. He had my hand. I tried to let go, like we were shaking hands. I pulled back, and he just slammed me. He tried to blame me. So you know what I did at the end of the match? I
Mhm.
took it all, and I became the Northeastern champion at the time. And now we're the best of friends. And May 10th at CCW, we're going for the gold. We're looking for the tag team belts, and that's where we at.
Um, what was it like working with a particular wrestler that you clicked with in the ring?
Like I said, I clicked with Superfly Bias, my best friend, but there's a guy named Max Capacity. I'm a part of a group called Young Glory. It's with me, Yankee TDM, Max Capacity, Johnny Reed, and two others. But long story short, when I'm in the ring with max capacity, we flow like peanut butter and jelly. We cooking. We always gonna eat. And every time we in the ring, we just make magic happen. And we had a couple stumbles, but we getting there. It's my glorious.
Let's see. Can you describe your training process and what was the most challenging part of learning to wrestle?
The most challenging part of learning how to wrestle
Yeah.
was how not to defend yourself. Not saying how not to defend yourself. Yeah, we learn how to defend ourselves in wrestling, but learning how to fall. When you're taught in life how not to fall, or when you're in collegiate wrestling, you're learning how not to fall and stay on the ground and stay on your knees elevated. You'll learn that learning how to fall isn't easy. That's it.
What was it like working with a particular wrestler that you clicked with in the ring?
I think we just answered that question, but like I said, me and Max Capacity, me and Superfly Bribe, and Damon Hunter, and like I said, the Caveman. We always make magic every time we're in the ring together.
What is your favorite gear that you have ever had made?
Oh man, I wish I had to show you right now, but I just got my new gear made. It's red, gold. Got the Skywalker Elevate. Got the clouds made by Bronco. Got nice knee pads, gold kick pads. Yo, it's fire. That's my favorite gear so far right now. I just won the belt in that. Paid $400 too.
Where can I find you on social media?
Excuse me.
Where can I find you on social media?
Oh, you can find me on social media on Instagram. That's where I'm mostly at Jeff underscore the Skywalker, Jeff underscore Skywalker. Facebook at Jeffrey Martinez. That's my government. Not too much, y'all. Twitter, Jeff Skywalker, Jeff Rags, and that's really what it is. But Jeff Skywalker on mostly every social media platform.
Um, what are the biggest challenges of being a professional wrestler outside of the ring? I don't know if we answered that already or not.
We definitely did. But you want me to answer it again?
No, I got a better question than that.
Oh,
How
yeah.
do you feel about the business side of wrestling and how promotions shape the storylines?
Wrestling is funny. That's all I'm gonna say. Wrestling is a funny business. It's a real business. Sadly, it's a crucial business and it's a heartbreaking business. But at the end of the day, business is business. And when you're not the one who's running stuff and controlling stuff, you gotta do as told. That's it. If you want to make that pay, I don't want a hot dog and a handshake. I need some bread.
Um,
I'm
what
ready to
is
go to
your
Puerto
opinion
Rico.
on the wrestling crossover events with other sports or entertainment industries?
Excuse me.
What?
Can you repeat
What?
that?
Yeah. What's your opinion on the wrestling crossover events with other sports or entertainment industries?
It's beneficial for everything. Growth is proper. Growth helps me, helps you, helps them, helps them all. That's really it.
All right, and thank you for being on the podcast today, Mr.
Oh,
Jeff.
thank you. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate y'all for letting me on the podcast. That's it. Is there anything I can say real quick?
Yep, go ahead. Say whatever you want.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all for letting me on the podcast. Y'all already know who it is. Like I said, it's Mr. Walk That Walk, Talk That Talk, Jeff Skywalker, your primetime elevator. Go follow me on all social media platforms. Thank you, NUW, for the opportunity. My next show, April 26th, New Age Wrestling. Probably won't be up by then, but you already know we eating all summer, all year long. I'm looking for the opportunities everywhere. Thank you again, Trevor. I really appreciate y'all.
All right, and then shout outs to the sponsors of TBD Wrestling, Wrestling Evolution, and Apple City Championship Wrestling.
I never heard of those companies, but I'm definitely about to search them up. Can you repeat? Yo, actually text me those companies, please and thank you.
Yeah. I just
appreciate
promoted
that.
two of the shows.
Just send them to me. I appreciate you, man.
Yep.
Thank you, yo. Have a good day, y'all.
And then,
Y'all already
guys,
know.
before we sign out, t-shirt contest going on. Who does not like free t-shirts?
I like free T-shirts.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So we
How
have
we gonna get
two.
one?
So we have we have 4 or 5 designs. Can't remember since it's been almost 4 months since this contest started.
Oh,
But
one.
we have 2 of them. One for the winners. One for wrestlers, and then one for the fans. So 2
Oh,
winners. All you gotta
oh.
do is go to the link tree on the profiles on whatever one you're streaming on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, known as X, and fill that out, enter it in, and then the Monday after WrestleCade, I will have either whoever's going to my people at WrestleCade. We are currently we're gonna have them pick out the winners, and then if you're at WrestleCade, we will also have those t-shirts on for sale,
All right,
which is
bet. Thank you. I
located in
appreciate that.
Winston, North Carolina.
Thank you. I
All right.
appreciate that. I'm gonna definitely tap in.
Yeah. All right, and we will see you guys next time.
We out. Peace.